Hi everybody, this is your daily weather hazard briefing from the National Weather Service office here in Pocatello, Idaho for Monday, November 11th. For your Veterans Day, things are going to be fairly quiet, at least through the first half of the day, but then we do have some rain and some snow headed our way overnight tonight as our next system moves in. So that is going to be our kind of first round of activity. And for most of us, that'll be arriving late this evening in the Central Mountains and then moving eastward overnight. So for a lot of our population centers, precip won't arrive until right around or after midnight into very early Tuesday morning. As the associated cold front comes through with the system, we are going to see some strong wind gusts of around 30 to 40 miles per hour along that cold front. That's especially true through parts of the eastern Magic Valley and some of the South Hills there. That's where we're going to see the strongest wind gusts. Everyone else will be breezy. And then we get a little bit of a break in the first half of Wednesday before then another round of moisture moves in Wednesday PM and eventually kind of moves eastward throughout Thursday and Friday. So that's a little bit of a slower moving system there as we kind of get into the second half of the week. Satellite this morning showing a few clouds out there, but you can see plenty of moisture streaming into the west coast early this morning. Again, that's kind of the leading edge of our system that is going to be arriving tonight for most of us into very early Tuesday morning. So you'll definitely notice some increasing cloud cover as we go throughout the day today. All right, our weather risk outlook grid, it does show, it looks like a lot of rain and snow, but keep in mind some of this is kind of timing dependent. It's going to be on and off. So again, the first half of today really stays pretty dry, fairly quiet. We warm up even. As we get into then the overnight hours into early Tuesday, that's when we're going to get a little bit breezier, even windy at times, with kind of some more widespread rain and snow. And then as we get into Wednesday, the morning, we'll probably see a little bit of a break. And then in the Wednesday evening, we start to see some of that move back in. And then really kind of overspread the area Thursday into Friday. So looked a little bit more impressive on that weather risk outlook grid there than what we'll actually kind of see over the next couple days. Just kind of giving you a heads up for that. But today, temperatures for most of us are going to push back into the low and mid 60s through the Snake Plain and eastern Magic Valley. Even those of us that don't quite hit 60 will still warm back up into the mid and upper 40s to low 50s. Wind gusts are going to start to pick up today. Will be breezy at times with some gusts around 15, 20, 25 miles per hour. Here's a look, though, at some of the moisture that's headed our way. Again, that's really going to be late tonight through Tuesday PM. We get a little bit of a break Wednesday morning for a lot of us here. Especially through the valleys. We'll see more rain than snow with this. Could see a tenth to even almost a quarter of an inch of precip total. For a lot of us, that is less than an inch of snow expected. But as soon as you start to get up in elevation a little bit, you're looking at kind of a 1 to 2 to 3 inches of snow, generally up to about 3 inches of snow to pass level, and then probably looking closer to about 4 to 6 inches of snow above passes, up to about 7 inches on the mountaintops, but that's pretty high up there. As we get into Tuesday, you'll notice temperatures drop in a big way behind that cold front. In fact, for most of us, we'll be about 15 to 20 degrees cooler than where we'll be this afternoon. So enjoy the warmth today because it quickly goes away as we get into Tuesday. You'll notice Tuesday going to be a bit breezier, again, especially now down near Burley, Oakley, Sweetser Summit. That's kind of a spot we're going to watch. There's a brief window early Tuesday morning where we're going to have some of that precip falling. That rain snow line is going to be very close down in that area. So if you are going to be traveling over any of the passes late tonight into early Tuesday, keep in mind you will run into some winter driving conditions. Could even see some drops in visibility as those wind gusts pick up with that precip. Again, there's kind of that brief window where there'll be a little bit of overlap of those two variables. So keep that in mind. If you do have any driving plans late tonight into very early Tuesday morning. As for Wednesday, temperatures kind of hold steady. We may be warm another degree or two as we kind of dry things out in the afternoon, but most of us will still be in the 40s for our highs, 30s in some of the higher elevation areas, and still a little bit breezy on Wednesday. Not quite as windy as Tuesday morning with the cold front moving through, but on Wednesday we'll still see some gusts around 20-25 miles per hour or so. So again, the first half of today, relatively quiet for most of us. Next round of some rain and snow will arrive later this evening in the Central Mountains, and then overnight tonight for the rest of us. Into very early Tuesday morning. We'll kind of continue with some on and off activity throughout the day. As the cold front itself moves through, expect some strong wind gusts of about 30 to 40 miles per hour in the eastern Magic Valley and South Hills. Still breezy elsewhere, gusts probably close to about 20 to 30 miles per hour for the rest of us. It's just kind of some of those typical windy spots that will be windy once again. As we get into Wednesday morning, we get a little bit of a break in the activity before our next system starts to move in late Wednesday, and that one's going to be a little bit slower to get to kind of the eastern half of Idaho, so we'll start to see that in the Central Mountains Wednesday night. Before we kind of have to wait until Thursday, Friday time frame for the rest of us to see it over here in the eastern half of the state. But that is a look at your forecast. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always find us on social media. You can find the latest weather information online on our website. If you have any questions, other comments, concerns, give us a phone call or send us an email, and have a great day.